This is going to look great. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. This is Deadbeat Son, episode 21. How you doing, folks? It's good to be here. I was just doing a little fun little thing on the phone here. I was recording a story. So now everyone knows just how big this operation is. You can't, if you've only seen the YouTube or watch or listened to it online on Spotify, first of all, thank you. But like a lot of these podcasts, man, they seem like big operations, but they're very much not. Some of your favorite ones are done like in a garage, or the spare room, or the room of a roommate who bailed on the lease the day after everyone signed it, except for them, because they put up anyway. So that's just, I don't know, an example of a reason why. Not to get bitter or anything. Obviously, it worked out. Thanks for being here. It's a good day. It's Tuesday, December frickin' what is it? December it's the 6th today. Yeah. December 6th. Today's Jay-Z's birthday. I know that. Happy birthday, Jay-Z. I know you're watching. Thanks for being here, man. I saw Jay-Z in concert on December 7th in the 2010 or 2012, I think, or 13. That was cool. Yeah, that was cool. Timbaland was there, dude. Timbaland. Remember that guy? I used to get Timbaland and Timberlake. Nah, no one's getting them confused. Who am I kidding? Got a lot going on. I had a hell of a weekend that I'd like to share with y'all. It was a lot of fun. We had just a bunch of shows this weekend, just a lot of shows. I had shows from, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, baby. It was a lot of fun. I was with Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I was with this guy Ivan Decker, who's a comedian, obviously, Canadian guy, which we talked a lot about. I loved talking to this guy. It was because there's a lot of he had a lot of insight. First of all, he knew a lot about comedy, which I appreciate because I love it so much. He knew a lot about The Simpsons, which is cool because I've been watching like the old episodes from the 90s, and he had like all this cool info about it. Did you know that this guy left and this writer was there, and that's why it's like this, and that's why everything, so that was cool. But also, one of the things that stuck with me the most that he said was that about how he does, when it comes to doing stand-up, he doesn't like to tell people he's Canadian, which I don't either. And so as soon as he said that, I was so intrigued. I was like, wait, why? Why don't you tell them? And he said, there's just a thing. And I said, there's a thing, right? There's like a weird... And he said, yeah, man, I feel like, he said that he feels like as soon as people find out that he's Canadian, like they don't like him as much, or there's like a different, I don't know, there is a different vibe to it. It's very tribal in a way. That's part of it, I think. It's like, oh, he's Canadian, he's different. But like it's funny how like Canada's just the only one, even like woke people, they won't say a damn word about someone who immigrated from, frickin' Kazakhstan or Kenya or Japan, right? It's all good and well. But like Canadians, they're still fine ripping. They're still fine, giving us a good old ribbon, or just trying to take us down a peg. So that's fine. Whatever. people still be xenophobic towards Canadians, and it's cool. I don't know why, because we're white, but we're like whiter than Americans even, you know. Um, Canadians make fun of Americans. I don't. I'm sure they do. Last time I was there, I mean, I was in middle school when I was last time I lived there, so it was just middle schoolers making fun of Americans, which I remember one time a kid in school dressed up for Halloween as an American, and he had a pillow in his shirt, and he wore a traffic cone on his head. And he's like, I'm an American. And even the teachers in Canada were like, that's not cool, man. That's not nice. Canadians are nice, dude. If we're anything, we're nice. That's like nice is such a fucking what an interesting life cycle that the word nice has gone through. Like, it should mean a good thing. It should be a good thing, and it is most of the time. Like 95% of the time, it's a positive thing. Nice. That's a nice thing. Or what a nice old lady. Or that's a nice car. Or, nice weather we're having. Or, oh yeah, that was nice. That was a nice massage. It was a nice day. But if a woman that you're interested in calls you nice, oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, she called you nice, dude? Oh, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about that, dude. Well, man, better luck next time. If a woman that you're interested in says you're just so nice, bye-bye, boy. That's it for you, dude. You're out. And I'm not saying this as a, like, this isn't some, I'm not trying to say, like, women want assholes. Like, I'm not that nice. I'm not a nice guy TM. Like, I'm not an official nice guy. I've definitely been there, been called a nice guy for sure, or been called too nice for sure by women. But it's true. I mean it strictly from fact. Like, let's be real. There is a certain. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to sound incel-y, but like, there's a little bit of truth to it, I think. For the most part, I think, because nice just seems predictable, and predictable gets boring, and I get that, especially younger women, like in their early 20s, you want a little more excitement, because why not? You can get it, so I understand. But man, it's just what a mind fuck to be like, to have what is always such a positive thing, but once sex is involved, or when it comes to being a potential mate, you don't want that. Let me tell you, yeah, right, honestly, yeah. I don't know. I don't have advice. For young men when it comes to if you're a guy, this is coming from a guy who was too nice. If you're a guy who's too nice, just keep being nice, man. Don't try to be a jerk, or try to be, just be you, because like, there's a much better shot of still finding someone who's going to be into that than you pretending to be something else, because that's just a whole mess, because then someone has to break down that whole thing just to get to you, and they go, oh, he's nice, boring, let me get out of here. So, but if that's just who you are, man, because that's just who I was. I was just nice, my mama raised me right, And she raised me to be a nice young boy, and that's what I was, and that's what I continue to try to be. I'm a growing boy, dude. I am. I'm only 5'10". I got room to go. So I had and then so I hung out with the fellow Canadian, Ivan, and then Sunday closed out the week with I got to host for a couple guys who honestly are a big, are huge part of my generation, at least. The Chad Goes Deep and JT from Chad and JT Go Deep on Netflix, and you've probably seen their like city council stuff or like whatever, advocating for like party laws, but like in a real city council setting. It's quite humorous. That was really cool, man. Got to do their show. Got to hang out with them. They were super cool guys. Gave me some really, really good advice too. They advised that they're like, just keep working on the social media, man. Just keep on building, and the rest will come. If you build it, they will come, basically, is what they told me. Because you get, especially in an industry like this, you get... I get so stressed thinking about, like, oh man, do I need an agent? Should I be getting a manager? All this and that, and they told me from experience, they're like, you just keep doing you, man. Which is the advice that I just gave to nice guys or nice people. Women can be nice too. Yeah, they said just keep doing it, man. Just keep building. And then the agents, the bookings, all that's going to come. And so I guess, that's all I can do is just keep plugging away at this right here, boy. So that's what I'm having fun with right now, I'm trying to have fun with it. But it was cool. Their crowd, they sold out, dude, on a Sunday. It was like 350 odd people. It's really cool. Super cool guys. I got to know them a little bit, and it's funny because like when I was talking to my Canadian friend this weekend, we talked. He revealed something to me. He revealed how a lot of comedians, a lot of your favorite comedians, who got successful early, a lot of them are rich kids, and we were talking about that. So, man, and that's something that I was hoping comedy would kind of would help do away with, in a way, is this like the classism, and because I grew up without a lot of money, right? Single mom, she was working a lot, but it was just to make ends meet, basically. So I didn't, so we didn't have much. Always lived in apartments, that whole thing, like other, hanging out with like the like, Christmas with the families, like watching, your family, cousins and stuff, like get presents that you wanted, but you couldn't get because they're expensive. And it's a lot of that. It's a lot of, being, your other family members having to watch you while your mom works because babysitters are expensive, and just, less fun things in life, And as I got older, I started to recognize that, like through school, I go, oh, there's just like, oh, this kid's got these kids have a house at all, let alone a big house, or they have, a place, they have a lake, a cabin at the lake that they can go to, and I didn't even realize, I didn't even know that a private school was a thing until like high school. I didn't even realize that was the concept of it. And this is what's so frustrating about rich people now, is I got older, and as I got older, I thought what made me feel better about growing up, broke, we weren't poor, because poor I think is like, I think of like Dust Bowl shit, right? But we were broke. And what always helped with the mindset was like, I think, okay, well, I'm not gonna have the cool, easy upbringing that a lot of these, kids have, but at least it will have built character. It'll build character. It'll make me a better person, better individual. And then I became an adult, and I realized, oh no, that's not true either. Nope, rich people are also just better off, like as people, most of the time. So that was a fun thing, become an adult. And this whole time I'm thinking, yeah, but I got the character, I've got gumption, I got things that make me who I am, and that's gonna make me better off in the world. And then, oh no, nope, they're better off too. So okay, noise. Yeah, sure, there are a lot of rich people who deviate, who end up doing, pretty crazy, gnarly shit, and become like the disappointment, the black sheep. But way more broke people are doing that. Guaranteed. That's just, you know what I mean? That's just how it be. So, so when I got into comedy, I was like, well, hopefully this will kind of level us all out. And, I mean, it does in terms of like, there is a meritocracy in that, like, if you're genuinely really funny, you're gonna, progress and get, opportunities and stuff like that. But, if you are also rich, you don't have to be as funny. Because you're just going to get in front of more opportunities. You're just going to get opportunities faster. And if you're just, like, funny enough, fine, fuck it, who cares, Because the industry isn't looking for the diamond in the rough. They'd rather just have, some, like, ruby that there's like, yeah, this will be fine. As long as it can make them some money. I don't, it's this whole idea of like being discovered by someone who's going to take it. No, it's not going to happen, man. They don't, you got to prove yourself and then go beyond that too. So fuck it. You know what I mean? Fuck it, we ball. That's what I say. I'm not really trying to do all that right now. I'm just trying to do hood rat stuff with my friends, Whatever happened to that kid? I just want to do hood rat stuff with my friends. Those are good days, dude. Just messing around, dude. Going on, like, when did you stop going on play structures? I stopped at, like, I think I was, like, 11 or 12, and I went on a play structure, and I thought, I shouldn't be on this. It was like, at an elementary school on a weekend evening, I was just walking around the neighborhood with my friends, and we went on went around on this play structure, and I was like, yeah, we shouldn't be here. And then there were those kids who like went on the swings as like teens or even adults, even young adults, early 20s, hanging out on the swings. Ooh, having long talks on the swings. It's like, oh God. Go to a restaurant, go to a bar, like a grown-up, cry with strangers, Parks are scary at night, dude. What are you talking about? I remember one time this girl, I was hanging out, I was dating this woman, and she had like a little party, so she had a bunch of her like friends over, and we were hanging, having a good time, and then they, were drinking, and then they all ran out, and then like went to like this school. It was like midnight, 1 a.m. They went on this went to this place and I started going on the swings, and I thought, I'm not. I was like 25. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I thought, oh, that's not my speed. Yeah. What am I in an Avril Lavigne music video? Like, I'm not. What am I in a Kelly Clarkson song right now, dude? I'm not trying to. Was it Kelly Clarkson did Breakaway? I think it was, right? That was a good song. Anyway, so rich people, but that's the thing, man. We don't like rich people until one of them even would want to be friends with me. Then, oh yeah, you remind me of your guy. That's so funny, dude. Oh my god, dude, your family is crazy, dude. Yeah, but they're cool though. No, there's a lot of love. That's why I'd say dumb shit like that. No, there's obviously a lot of love in your family. Yeah. Yeah, your parents aren't just putting you on this one path that they've decided for you and are gonna have a conditional love for you. Nah, dude, that'd be crazy. Oh man, dude, your sister's so weird, dude. I know, man. Stuff like that. Isn't that just funny? Yeah. So I guess, there we go. There we go, trying to convince myself again. So, like, part of me, I'm thinking, yeah, that's got to be kind of empty. Because I know I would feel like that towards some rich people when I was a kid, at least. Now I could give a fuck. But, because, like, there's got to be part of them that feels that. No, is that wrong? Is that just wishful thinking that that might just be that they feel that emptiness from like their family or their friends. Maybe they question the honesty, the validity of their friendships because. They think, well, how much of it is just for this and that or because of this and that? And I go, that's got to be lonely. But that's just me that's just me hoping that they have something wrong with them subconsciously. Because I envy that lifestyle, Yeah, sure. I'm a little more down to earth. But you know how quickly I will not be down to earth. The second I'm able to not be, I'm gone, baby. Sayonara. Bye-bye. See ya, toots. I'm gone. I'm off this planet, dude. As soon as I'm able to, I will be so far off the ground. Oh my god, down to earth. Yeah, right, dude. Down to earth, down on this dick, dude. The second. And that's real. That's how you know someone's lower class. Someone who's like lower middle class or like middle class might go, no, I'm happy with what I have. I don't need to be rich. If you really didn't have money, you're like, fuck all that, dude. Give me the money. What, dude? Are you kidding me? I'm trying to think of what my aunt or what my mom wouldn't do for like $30 million. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Even $30,000, dude. Just give them a low wage year's salary, and then just watch them forget everything they've ever known. That's just how it is, You just want that so bad. I mean, so, but I like what I'm doing. I like where I'm at. I like working. I like being busy. It gives me a purpose, right? That's huge. That's important for people. That's important for those young men. If you're getting called for for the young men who are being called too nice or whatever, just find something you're good at, bro. Find something you're good at, and it's gonna impress some chick at some point. I guarantee it. There's gonna be something you do. You're gonna meet her, even if you're fucking good at checkers. You're gonna find a chick who likes checkers, or you're just gonna attract someone who is attracted to somebody who knows that they're good at something and are good at it too. I don't really know the demographic of the listeners, so I don't know. I'd like to do a poll just to figure out like the age range of people who are listening. But yeah, I don't know, write in if you write in with like your experience either with going to your rich friend's house or going to your poor friend's house. For you upper class folk, for you wealthier bunch, if there are any listening. I don't know if you could smell the poverty off the screen, but because like when you that's kind of funny actually. Going to your rich friend's house, that's a fun thing. But then, yeah, you don't really hear a lot about people going to their poor friend's house and be like, yikes, this is how y'all are doing it? Like, yo, boy. Because, yeah, it must have sucked to come to my house, dude. My mom's making, Kraft mac. I mean, it was good. It was good. It was, like, tasty. But it was, like, even these 10-year-olds knew, like, oh, this isn't how you eat all the time, is it? And I was like, why? What's wrong with why not? And they're like, oh, yo, boy, I don't know, man. But I'd like to know if you had, if you went to your rich friend's house and were, noticed something, or you went to your poor friend's house, and you noticed something you want to talk about. Or, hey, if you're a nice guy out there, man, and you want to talk about it, if you want some tips, want some advice from a guy who has been called out, who I mean, up until, like, during middle school, I was for sure, like, I was just I definitely had, like, crushes on girls who didn't like me back and, like, did all that stuff. Went through that frustration and all that kind of whatever, that self-doubt and, like, but yeah, if you want to talk about, if anyone ever wants to reach out about how they're feeling or stuff they're going through, feel free to do that, man, because I love to talk to people and love to share my experiences. If it can help someone, then heck yeah, let's do it, boy. But as a former potential nice guy, it gets better, man. As long you just gotta be you, and don't blame women for anything, because they're just figuring it out too, That's when it gets dangerous. You know what I mean? If you start blaming other people for why you're not, getting what you want, definitely talk to me before you put on a fedora, okay? And if you've put on a fedora, talk to me now. Because we gotta get you right. I want everyone to be good. I want everyone to be happy. And if I can help people chill out or just, like, have some more reassurance, dude, I'm here to do that. It was fun, man. I'm trying to think, what else do I have? Like, I got some stuff coming up. I announced some dates, some Louisiana dates. That's going to be crazy. Doing, like, a little run there, like a weekend run. New Orleans, Lafayette, Baton Rouge. That's going to be sick. Never been out there. Never even really been down south except for, like, California. So, if anyone's got, like, tips for what to do when I'm in those areas, please reach out. Let me know what I can do. Or if you're going to be there, let me know if you're in any of those areas, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, or New Orleans. And, you come see a show. Yeah, I want to be out there, like, for Mardi Gras, but I don't think, I want to see all this shit. I'm excited. I'm starting to do more road stuff. Doing Austin, Texas on the 25th, and then the 26th through the 28th is Louisiana, and then after that I'm doing Boise, and I'm doing like 3 different dates in Idaho. My dad would always make the joke, Idaho, Idaho. We don't really talk much, but that's the stock that I come from. That's the family, my family style of comedy. My parents, because I'm a comedian, they both like to take credit for it. And I think that, and they say it jokingly, but I think they mean it, which is kind of weird and kind of fun to see. And dad will be like, "Oh yeah, you got your humor from your old man, huh?" And then he'll say shit like Idaho, Idaho. I go, "Yeah, I don't think so, pops." But my mom's not that funny either. I mean, she's pretty funny. She'll tell you she's funny. Because not only will she tell you she's funny, she'll tell you she's hilarious. And she has her moments. I'll give her that for sure. But that's my theory. Every guy thinks he's funny, which is annoying. But not every not every woman thinks they're funny, or at least I think. Hold on, I could say it better. No guy will ever admit that he's not funny. Every guy thinks he's funny. They don't all say it, but they all think it. And women, it's not the same. They don't all. It's not like as much of a thing. I don't think every woman thinks that she's inherently funny. But the ones who do, they think they're hilarious. They don't just think they're fun. They have to be hilarious. They have to be the funniest person that they've ever known. And oh dear God, what is more annoying than that? Oh wow. I mean, it's not just like because a guy will be like, "Oh yeah, I'm funny. Yeah, I'm I'm funny. Yeah, I'm pretty funny." And some of them, yeah, sure, of course, some of them are bad. Some of them, but for some reason, women are like, "I'm hilarious. I'm the funniest person." I'm like, dating me is like dating a comedian. Really? Because dating a comedian ain't all that. I know. I've had girlfriends who have dated a comedian. I know dating a comedian ain't all that because I have ex-girlfriends. What is it? What do they think? This is how I know they're not comedians, because they take pride in that. They say it's like dating a comedian, which is typically like a pretty hefty task. I feel like I can only imagine as being the other end of that transaction, being the comedian that's being dated. I would not want to date a comedian. Oh, good God, no. I'm a comedian. I would not want to date a comedian. We're awful. I'm good. I don't mean I'm good. I mean I'm good on that. I'm not good. That's because I'm a quid pro quo comedian. So, but there's something about that. Why do women have to be the funniest person ever? I don't. And are they? Not typically. Not typically. It's interesting the way women will treat you when they know you're a comedian. I've had women say to me, this is a typical one. They go, "Oh, you're a comedian? Tell me a joke." I'm like, no. I just say no now. When I was younger, when I was like in college, doing comedy like a couple years, you know, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm a comedian. And if women would say that, they'd be like, oh, tell me a joke. I would be like, I would tell them one because I'm trying to, you know, impress them. And I would tell them one of my jokes and it wouldn't land. Uh-oh. Now what? Now we're just standing there. This is great. Tell me a joke. Oh, you're a comedian? Tell me a joke. Okay. All right. So you know how like you know when I was a you know, my dad, he comes from a long line. It's just like it doesn't work. It's this whole setup, and they're like, you tell them the joke, and they're standing there like waiting for the joke, and I got to be like, this is why I don't tell jokes. So I've stopped. I'll say no now. I just say no. One woman, she said, this is the craziest thing I've heard from a woman. She said, you have one chance to make me laugh. Go. Did I say this already? But anyway. Craziest thing. Wildest way to talk. How do you talk to somebody like that? Go. Like I'm not gonna. Oh, let me. Like. That women tell me that they want to, like, want to get into comedy. Like I'll go on like years ago, I'd like go on a date and with a woman, and she would like. It was like in college. And like, oh yeah, I want to do stand up. Oh, then this is over. Oh yeah, this is. Look, and it's not that I'm not like, it's not that I'm intimidated by a strong woman or a strong personality. I'm all for it. I'm all for someone being, having a strength, but not if she wants to be a comedian, man. It's not, specifically women, it's just anyone. I don't trust, because I know me. And I'm riddled. That's why I'm wearing green, baby. I'm riddled with problems. And if you got them, reach out. That's how we're gonna end. That's how we're gonna close it off today on a nice, serious, dismal, serious note about mental health. So I got dates coming up. TreyLamb.com for tickets and information about where to find me. If you want to reach out about anything we talked about today, please do so. deadbeatsonpodcast@gmail.com. And I can read it, answer it on the pod, or we can just, I can read it, answer it privately if you want to have a little chat about whatever. But, yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Thanks, guys, for reaching or for tuning in and sticking along for this. 21 episodes, you know what I mean? That's it's almost 6 months. That's crazy. So we'll see you next time. Take care.